mostly got to worry about up in here. You'll have a ton of grapes in here, and they'll weaken off as they get further down the vine. See, like I missed that. See that right there? I shouldn't have let that happen. I should have probably cut it here somewhere. But as I'm going, you got vines coming everywhere. I mean, you see that fire pit of all them vines? I mean, it's just the vines everywhere. So I'm pulling vines, and I'm cutting, pulling vines, and you miss a lot.
Sounds like you need some help.
A lot of help.
Are you taking applications?
I need some help bad.
Dean Family Acres.
These are how old?
This is going on the 4th year this year, and you can see the size of the trunk. It really looks good. Those are really nice. Those are big. I mean, they got some big, but these are different plants down through here. I'm not sure. I got it wrote down at the end of the post. I can't remember what's what, but you can see, like I said, see how big it is here in the middle.
And this is a prime example of how you pruned a more mature vine too, in regards to how many.
You're right. Last year you can see where I cut. Last year you can see that black. That's where I cut it last year, and then it had growth come off here and here. So I just counted 2 nodes and cut that. Same with this one. This one come off, and you can see right here where I cut it. It had growth come off, and I cut there. Now this was an extra little vine that came off, so I just gonna keep it. So once these get big, I can cut this out, and I'll still have this coming. Same with this.
And I know on mine, and I've heard other people say, you want to try and have them about 4 finger lengths or a fist apart. Now, here I noticed you got some coming off the bottom too. Is that you just didn't want to cut it, or is it?
Yeah, I don't cut.
Okay.
I don't care if you talking about if they go up.
Yeah.
Or if they go,
yeah.
No, I don't care which way.
No matter. Okay.
I don't care.
And in regards to spacing, there's 4 fingers here, obviously, but in between here and here, there's not. That doesn't matter.
Not to me. Not when I'm. When I'm in a hurry to prune these suckers, I'm moving.
You got a few more than most folks.
Well, I'm just, actually I hurt my hand from doing it. I just clip. And when I see something that's super obvious, you mostly got to worry about up in here. You'll have a ton of grapes in here, and they'll weaken off as they get further down the vine. See, like I missed that. See that right there? I shouldn't have let that happen. I should have probably cut it here somewhere. But as I'm going, you got vines coming everywhere. I mean, you see that fire pit of all them vines? I mean, it's just, the vines everywhere. So I'm pulling vines, and I'm cutting, pulling vines, and you miss a lot.
Sounds like you need some help.
A lot of help.
Are you taking applications?
I need some help bad. Yeah, I need some help. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I have to prune all them. I blew through those in no time.
Well, the grandkids will be how old by the time they're like this?
So. I know, that's right. I got to start teaching Mason now. When we make our cuts, they'll put out this year, like that little bud, they'll start putting out, and that'll be where your grapes will come out. Your grapes will come off all this new wood.
So first year, you said prune about 4.
Yeah. Like your first year, you'll have a bunch of little spurs come out like that. And if they Y just a couple of buds down, keep it, because they'll put on extra grapes. Just count a couple buds from that. If you have one single, just count a couple buds. Like I say, some of these are longer than what I should have. About 4, but you can't just count every single bud.
Right.
You're moving on.
You got a lot to do.
4 or 5 inches, cut it, keep rolling.
Sure.
And these will split out, and then next year you'll cut just 2 buds off them, basically an inch. It'll keep you from having to count so much.
Okay.
New growth. That's what you're gonna do.
Okay.
And he said every year these will get bigger and bigger and bigger, till eventually they're so big they'll get tight. That's when they'll get tight. He said
that's why you need the 4.
Then you'll have to cut them off, cut them big ones off, and let something new come in. He said, like say for instance that little bud right there, if it produces something new, let it go. And that way, once this one gets huge over the years, you cut it off, and you'll still have this one to come back all the way down the vine, if that makes sense.
Right. Well, and that kind of explains the having the 4 fingers, or a hand width apart, so that you.
But your grapes will get clogged up in here too, because this thing will put on grapes from the tip to tip. I mean, it will be a solid row, especially if you got a good plant, which what I should have planted the whole vineyard in icing.
Right.
That's my favorite variety. You were asking about that earlier. You were talking about wanting to put that on. Icing to me is the best grape. Everybody's got their favorite. Mine is icing. I've learned to make wine. I was telling Matt earlier, we're loving the wine I'm making. It makes an excellent wine, makes awesome jelly, and the flavor is super sweet. They're just a great grape. They're the best to me. If I would have had it to do over again, I would have done the whole thing in nothing but ices.
The whole vineyard.
Yeah, the whole vineyard.
Wow.
I didn't want to risk disease or something.
Right.
You got to worry about that a little bit. But that's my favorite grape. I can't get enough of them. I freeze as many as I could possibly freeze. I just love them.
Yeah.
They're not all that well to eat coming out of the freezer, but the wine, the jelly, I mean, it's so sweet. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they put on, like I say, they're the plants that just put on a nice, it'll be from tip to tip, just a solid grapes all the way down. Yep.
I mean, I've got.
Yeah, see, I got Supreme icing. Supreme. They say your self-fertile should be 50 foot from any female.
Okay.
So these are 8 foot rows, 8 foot wide.
How long's your Sharpie hold up?
How long's what?
How long's your Sharpie hold up?
I just did that this spring, or this past fall. Yep, I said I'm gonna forget what I got planted out here if I don't mark them. We're gonna set up here. Just stuck in my gut.
Man, the one comment I was gonna make about you is what you see on your videos. I mean, it's how you act. We never met in person before, and
what's that?
How you are, yeah. I mean, you're real. You're not faking
real,
anything,
dude.
that's for sure.
I got stuck in my belly when I get on
Oh goodness, I wasn't making any comments about that. We all feel differently about ourselves, but all right. So I got Shane out here from Kinfolk Farms, and we're gonna talk about his blackberries and how he has everything set up, because a lot of his stuff is very similar to what we talked about doing. So I just want to let him talk about that a little bit and just explain what kind he has. And, you know, looks like he's got somewhat of a trellis system going.
Yeah, just not quite finished.
All right.
Yeah, just not quite finished. We're just doing the little V posts, taking our T post, and I can't honestly remember how far I spread them apart. I think they're 20 foot. Looks about 20 foot, but and I just put I did 20 foot because I put one plant every 5 feet. And we're just going to run some wire about halfway up, and then we may do another piece up here just to sort of help hold the plants from falling over. They're cane type plants. They're Ouachita is the variety we have in this garden. We have 60 here, and then we have another 60 behind us of Ponca. I always mess that up, but I think they're Ponca Blackberries. But they grow on a cane. They're thornless, and they put big blackberries. So really good blackberries to grow. But the trellis we're using is just T-posts stuck in the ground at a V, so the plants will grow up, and I'll have wire running all the way down, and that'll keep them from falling over. Pretty simple, really simple. Here. What do you think, Sassy? That'll be sweet. It's sweet.
Yeah, that's James's fault.
He's sweet as can be. That's the sweetest pig you've ever met. Those are our ladies. And we don't have any names for them. I should probably name them, seeing as we're keeping them full time now. But
You could even give them non-food names.
yeah, Sugar Bone, Blackie. No, but I can't hardly tell them apart. They look so much the same. You know, they just look so familiar. I can't hardly.
So what's your plan? I know you kind of talked about it a little bit. What's your plan with keeping the two and breeding them?
Well, we borrowed the Boer from my buddy James at Three Creek Farms.
Mm-hmm.
He brought it over here. He's been here going on 3 months. Matter of fact, he leaves next weekend. He's going home next weekend. And we're hoping that they bred. Poor thing, you'll stress. She stops right at that wire. But we're going to breed these girls out. I'm going to keep 2 females, so I'll have 4 females, and I want to buy a Boer. I want 5 pigs total, and we'll keep 2 more to raise up for meat for like 6 months.
Okay.
Hopefully they're bred. They gave us a couple of big litters because I owe James a pig a piece
for his use.
Feed. Yeah, he wants a piglet each.
Okay.
So we'll give him a piglet each. I'll keep 4, 2 to eat and 2 to raise up, because I want to start our own little pork pig business. We'll sell piglets and we'll sell pork. Yeah, because when we open up the muscadines for you pick, outside of selling grapes, we'll be selling pork as well.
Okay.
Sausage, bacon, ham, anything pork related, we're going to be selling. our eggs. We're just going to be selling everything we can off our farm. Make a little side money.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you already know in regards to like processing, all that kind of stuff. You have those connections. You're kind of.
Yeah, we got processors and
Okay.
stuff. FDA, they got
Right.
the FDA
Right.
inspected. Yeah, we got one about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got a lot of friends I've met over the years on YouTube that are pig farmers.
Right.
Live right here in Georgia. Tillman Farms, they're helping us out. James Petway from Three Creek Farms.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm learning from a lot of people. So this is my first time raising them full time. I've always raised. This is my 5th year raising pigs. I raised them up, send them to the processor, and I let the pen cool down, for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
But I said I'm tired of hunting pigs. The price is going up. Everybody's selling piglets for $125 a piece.
Mm.
I mean, and then you got to, it's hard to find the type you want unless you're not picky.
Right.
But it's just I want to be more self-reliant. I want my own pigs. I got the property for it. And if you want to show, I'll show you the pen we're working on now.
That was actually my next question. If you're gonna keep 5, how?
Yeah, they got to have some room.
Yeah.
So we're working on a big pen right
Okay.
over here.
Cool.
Yeah, we're working on a big pen. And I do this every day. Give them something green.
Better than weed eating.
They love it, yeah. They just can't quite just get their nose right to that wire. Look at the boat.
Jesse is a big pig.
Yeah, they say they estimate him about 500 pounds up there.
We really appreciate Shane for being such a great host and allowing us to come see Kinfolk Farm of Georgia. Don't forget to go check out his channel and be sure and give him a big thumbs up and subscribe. Let him know Dean Family Acres sent you his way. We look forward to more collaborations with him and others in the near future. Now we gotta hit the road and make it home. Another 4-hour trip. Looking forward to it. Hey guys, so stopped at Georgia Barbecue Co. and had a little bit of redneck nachos. So let me show you the sign here. Definitely worth the stop. The jalapenos got me, as we were talking about that earlier. But we had a good meal, and if you ever are coming through Williamson, I believe, Georgia, definitely give this place a try. Definitely worth the stop. They said Saturdays they're super busy. We got here a little bit before 5, and it was great. I was able to get some good food and enjoyed a great meal of fries, queso cheese, barbecue, jalapenos, and barbecue sauce. So good stuff. Alright guys, we're having an exciting moment here as we're on our road trip. Y'all can check out that mileage down there at the bottom. Try and hold it as steady as possible. Of course I'm not moving. And the mileage in regards to that trip meter is also accurate. If you look at my fuel tank, definitely did fill up 214 miles ago. and it's just now coming off full. I tend to fill it all the way full, make sure and there's a vent on these TDIs, just make sure and push that in, and you can top it all the way up. I've definitely got more than I got in it this morning, but that's about where I'm at. But you can see there, 333,333 miles. So how about that? South Carolina. Woo! Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and ring that bell like Mike Tyson did in the 1980s. Stay tuned next Sunday as we visit Bottom's Nursery.